Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Movie Review. I'm your host Kaneki, and this show is sponsored by NewsunplugKE. So on the first movie I'm going to be reviewing is called Plan B. Plan B is directed by Lola Day, and it was released in 2019. So it starts with the main character being Sarah Hassan. So Sarah Hassan, it starts with her being like talking with her boyfriend in a restaurant. So they're like eating. So tunaangalia venye I think the boyfriend anataka ku break up na Sarah Hassan. So we get to see that. We get to see their conversation, like when wanaongea, but ni kama yeye ajui like the boyfriend anataka kwenda Paris. So like yana then anaenda movie na boyfriend huko Paris, but no, like the boyfriend is breaking up with her that particular moment. Una imagine ukienda dates, unadhani boyfriend amekupeleka kuproposia kwa mimi anakupenda, but no, anaenda ku break up na yeye. So after that, after being heartbroken, unajua like that feeling, like ana feel ni kama ameachwa, kuna ni ile kuachwa na boyfriend, unajua venye mtu ana feeling vibaya. So anaenda kwa bar to have like some fun, to like let loose and everything. Anafika kwa bar, meets another guy. This guy, they hook up, like it's like a one night stand. They hook up, then she doesn't even remember the guy when she goes home, and she lives with her like best friend anaitwa Joyce. So like unapata anakienda home, anaambia Joyce venye hakumbuki who she hooked up with. She doesn't remember anything because she was drunk, but it was consensual, so it was not like anything that wasn't wanted. So after ameenda kwa interview place nyingine, anaona like posters, because anakuanga like designer, fashion designer, so she designs like costumes for like the other people ama any clients that she has, if it's a celeb or just anyone. So akona like hiyo picha yake kwa poster fulani kwa magazine, then after kuiona akakumbuka this is a guy she hooked up with. So akakimbia akambia best yake to Joyce anapenda do, tuanze hapo. So like the fact that alijua like her friend who's Lisa, like ali hook up na this like known guy. He has his own company, he's rich, like he's Nigerian, so he's hot, he's like everything. The guy you just want to know, the guy would want to have and everything. Ndio kansaka akambia like Lisa wanafaa kupanga venye they must like tell this guy that Lisa, after they hooked up, Lisa got pregnant, so they must go to this guy wamwambie venye like I have a child, I'm pregnant with a child and everything. So unapata hadi Joyce anafikwa lawyer, then ndio aende atry kufanya this guy like mwenye alihook up na Lisa amfanye like ajue, so I have a child and everything. So the guy that Lisa hooked up with anaitwa Ade Koka. So this guy is rich, he has his own company, he looks good, he's dark, okay I won't say dark skin, but he's like chocolatey, but he looks good, and you know how Nigerian men look nice. So ali hook up na Sarah, who's Lisa. So after Lisa kufanya like test realize she's pregnant, but then this guy amezoea like kupata hizi stories za this woman is pregnant for me, he was seen with this other girl, like hizo two stories za venye maselebo na kuanga unasikia tu rumors za sijui he got this pregnant, he got her pregnant, he did what, he was dating this one, that kind of vibe. So the time when Lisa alikuwa anaenda kwa ofisi yake kumshow she's pregnant for him, hakuwa naamini. So he just decided, he told Lisa like I'll give you money so you can like go away and leave me alone. But this was not the case. Lisa was actually pregnant with Koka's guy, or this Nigerian guy. She was actually pregnant with the child. So like Lisa kono best friend Joyce, she's like money oriented, she has her own like restaurant she's running. So akamwambia hapana, lazima to fake everything to make this guy atupe do za kuchunga mtoi. So Lisa akasema nitajifanya kwa lawyer, tuende kwa ofisi yake, let's ask for money, let's do this. And it was like so official, it didn't seem anything suspicious and anything kama hiyo. Then wakaenda, they made an agreement, then they decided to do like the test to know if Lisa was actually pregnant with this guy's baby. So after that, tunaona after the results were out, he realized like the baby that she's carrying is actually the guy's child. So after that, they like start like talking, like being friends, you know, they started building their relationship as from strangers to friends, and possibly co-parenting like the child they're going to have. So they go on this date, they talk about the things they like. Nani Lisa nasema she likes this type of music, this Nigerian guy has says venye may experience huku Kenya and everything of the sort. So we got to see them connecting, like not on just hooking up, they're connecting on how to be like co-parents for this other child. So we will see how they are like connecting and everything. Then afterwards, ikafika 2 point, this guy started having feelings for Lisa. This was like after he had told her off, he had like left her alone to take care of the child, and he also had another girlfriend. So like you can see the love triangle in this thing. He has a girlfriend, but also he has another lady who's pregnant for him. So he started having feelings for him. Then the other time Lisa went back to her grandma's place to live there. Then we see this guy going to that place, giving her like a radio, because Lisa said, she stated on the other day that they were on, that she loves radios. Then this boyfriend out of nowhere akakuja tu, like ametokea na kuja back to their life, then anapata Lisa pregnant. So like he felt like he's so entitled to like having Lisa wait for her all this time, and the other time it was just like outside in Paris having other girls and everything. So Lisa had already moved on. Napenda the fact that Lisa hakuitikia venye alikuwa, like hakumwitikia, like she didn't take her ex back. That is what I'm trying to mean. And I love the connection in this like movie. I love the friendship between Joyce and Lisa. I just love everything, and because it's a Kenyan movie, and I love it. I just love everything, and I highly recommend it. I'll give it 6 out of 10. I loved it. So on the next movie is also a Kenyan movie called NAFSI. NAFSI was released in 2022, and it was directed by Ruben Odanga. This movie has been like in the cinemas for 8 weeks. Like easy weeks, 8 weeks zimefuatana hivi imekuwa tu kwa hizi cinemas. Like can you imagine how imekuwa kwa cinemas for 8 weeks, which means it's good, it's amazing. So unapata the main character of this movie is called Aisha. This Aisha and her best friend is called Shiko, and this Aisha has a husband and they're best friends. So but Aisha can't like have a baby, so we get to see the relationship between Aisha and her husband. Like unapata Aisha ndio ana like provide for the man, like after kuna provide for the man, like the man ndio anafaa kuna provide for Aisha, because they live together, they're like husband and wife, but then they've not even done the dowry things and all. So wanashinda kenda kuhusi, they try to have a baby, nothing is going well. Like they try this method, they try this other thing, like nothing just goes wrong, nothing just goes well with everything they're trying to do. So unapata they go to a vacation with their best friend who's Shiko, and they try to like loosen up, to forget their problems, you know, like when I call vacation, if you feel like you are tensed up about life and everything. So unaona ni vizuri kuwa na pesa, cause unapata unaenda vacations if una feel like life imekulemea too. Then this Shiko has this boyfriend who's cheating on her. Okay, not even cheating, he actually has a wife uko Shagokon, akona watoi, but then akona Shiko. So she's in an abusive and toxic relationship. So tutapata napenda venye movie inaonyesha like your toxic nature of people being in like this relationship. We get to see how like she's trying to struggle and she's still loving this guy and everything. So okay, kwa hiyo like her vacation and all, Shiko meets this other guy, but you know, just it's like, let's say it's like a fling, so it's nothing serious, but they meet with this guy, they bond, they just become good friends, and maybe flirting here and there. Then because we see how like Shiko and Aisha are best friends, they also have this like friend group when wanakuanga nayo, and I like this particular lady anaitwa Angela. Like anakuanga tu poa, napenda venye wana show like ladies can also be like doing this and also doing that. It shows like she's that type of friend mwenye hafichangi, like kusema tu everything out of her mind. Like napenda the fact that anakuanga hivyo, napenda venye ilikuwa imeshow that kind of thing. So unapata the time like wanafika home, the husband of Aisha keeps on like blaming Aisha of not like having the like control to have a baby. So they become like unakosana tu, like kuna ile like kusana unakosana, cause unapata Aisha haizi pata like mtoi. So unapata like the husband ina feel kind of blame Aisha for not like having children, but that it never happens like that. Like it's not something that unaweza iplani or anything kama hiyo. So unapata after amerudi from the vacation, like the husband apologizes to Aisha and everything. Then like this best friend of Aisha anaitwa Shiko decided to be a surrogate mother to Aisha. So imagine being a friend and like your best friend being like alitikia kwa surrogate mother to like the child of Aisha and her husband. Na huku best friends wengine huku nje hata hawezi chukua calls zako. So imagine like the level of friendships in like this movie. I just love the way that it shows that and everything, and I love that like after I decided to be a surrogate mother, wakena hosi, everything was done, like the procedures and everything. Then wakapata kujua like the mtoi kwa like sawa shed, like the doctor alisema kutakuwa na signs of her having like Down syndrome, like the child that Shiko was caring for Aisha and her husband. Then all of a sudden Aisha akakuwa pregnant. So na imagine waliachana tu na ubishte yake Shiko mwenye alikuwa decide like to put her life at a stand to have a baby for her best friend. You get to experience that kind of love of a mother that she was really like wanting to experience and everything. So unapata after juu mtu yeye atakuwa na Down syndrome, wakakataa wakasema like hataki anything to do with the child, wakafukuza like Shiko in the middle of the night kukinyesha. Like sikupenda venye walikuwa like wana nini wanamfanyia hivyo. That is not right, but I can't even say anything more, but it's not right to do that. So unapata like venye Aisha ilikuja kujua the husband was cheating. So akijua the husband cheating, alikuwa na cheat with another man. So kuna hiyo pia. So we'll get to see everything. We'll get to see how the friendship that they had itakuwa too like a lot of problems, because how would you do this to me and I was your best friend? So we'll get to see all the drama in this movie and everything. I highly recommend it. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. So on the next movie inaitwa The School of Thing, ina revolve the shule, School of Good and Evil. So one of the twins being good and one of the other twins being bad. So we start with two best friends. One anaitwa Sophie, mwingine anaitwa Agatha. So these two friends were poor. Like Sophie didn't have like, I won't say a loving home and family, but she didn't have like that like loving like family and everything. Then unapata Sophie ne alikuwa like she only lives with her grandmother, her parents died. So unapata like the black sheep of the community. Everyone keeps on calling them witches. Like Agatha na feel like she's supposed to be a person, end up to the school of evil. Na mwenye alikuwa nafaa kuwa witch akaenda to the school of like good, like being a princess and everything. So unapata Sophie ana become like anashindoniaje like yeye alichaguliwa kuenda to the, but like anashinda kimpetu messages za venye ata like atafanya things afanya vitu zenye yeye anataka kufanya, like she not supposed to listen to everything that anyone says in the school of bad or evil. Like she's supposed to do whatever she wants. Evil anavaa vizuri, like napenda hiyo aspect here. The school of evil, they have like this kind of sense of fashion and whatever, and also this side of school of good kuna hiyo princess vibe. But juu mimi napenda school of evil na venye like wanavaa, I just love the fashion sense and everything. So at the end unapata the two best friends decided to go back home, and napenda venye haku decide to be with this guy. They decided to choose their friendship because like it is a true friendship, like the kiss of love from a friend. So nilipenda pia hiyo, and I recommend it. I'd give it a 5 out of 10, but it was a good movie if you like that vibe of like princess and witch kind of vibe. But I loved it, and we're going to go on a short break and we will be right back. So welcome back guys. I previously had done School of Good and Evil, I had done NAFSI, and I had done Plan B. So moving on to the next movie is called Rattlesnake. Rattlesnake is a Nigerian movie and it was released in 2020 and it was directed by Ramsey Noah. So this movie, it was like, it has won the best African movie like currently, you know, the best like currently. And one of the actors in like the show called Amara, and the other one is called Anna, won best actress, best actor and actress in this movie. So this movie starts with this guy called Anna, the main character of this movie, and it starts with how like his father died. Like you can imagine, like the movie starts, his father died, then like anapelekwa ushago, then unapata like mamake anamwacha na like the siblings uko juu like babake alikufa, then anaenda na uncle wake fulani. So me, I thought in the movie, I thought like the uncle was going to support like the mom and the siblings of Anna, but no, like will he get to have the wife, we'll get to have like his brother's wife and everything, like we'll get to show how if the family is going to go back for Anna and everything. So unapata Anna na baki home na shusha yake like huko shago. So he grows up, he becomes like a big person, amemaliza university, he has a degree, but he doesn't have work. So shusha yake inaonyesha like akimuuliza like mbona una kazi, like we're not supposed to be sitting down and doing nothing, we're supposed to go out there and find a job, find a life. Just compare like address ya penye mama mamake yako, anaenda huko anafika tao. So unaona mtu ametoka kushago, kuna venye unajuanga tu like wametoka kushago, kuna that kind of vibe. So anafika tao hivi nika tu kutu na yetu, unapata anafika hivi anaibiwa everything. So the moment amefika tu anabebo, anachotwa tu kila kitu, and he has nothing. He gets stolen from everything that he had. So from there he went huko Nairobi, let's say that town of his, kutafuta like his uncle. Then anafika huko anapata kumbe ule uncle wake mwenye alikuwa na yeye aliwa mamake. So they left this guy Ushago, then he went and married his brother's wife, the brother who like died, so the father of Anna. So we get to see that, like, will Anna be angry if he realizes that the mother and like the uncle got married and everything? Like, is his siblings this like the same, like wakona the same dad? Is the dad mwenye alikufa? Is this the dad mwenye uncle? Well, we get to see everything that we like in this movie. So unapata Anna nafika huko anaenda kwa bishtake flani, ana nini na dem flani anaitwa Amara. Amara is like the sister to this other guy called Nze. So like they move in, like kind of they move in. Unajua venye unaweza fika place, unajua bishtake anaishi huku, so he went to that place to stay with his friends and everything. Then they plotted to like start stealing so they can make money. And the first person walitaka kuibia ni nani? Uncle yake, because after ali like jua the uncle like married the mother, so utapata kuona anaenda kunaibia, like anashoot mama yake, like a lot of things is going on in this movie. So unapata like will they be caught after like stealing from their mother? Will the authorities like catch him for like killing his mother with the guns and everything? But unapata like after umeanza like hii period they are like poor thieves, like professional thieves, they go and steal from these politicians, they steal from the banks and everything. So unapata kuona umekuwa like this prominent and like known thieves in this, like, let's say like a city and everything. So they get caught, will they like be behind bars? Like we'll get to see everything in this movie. But I loved it. I love that the fact that they're showing like the rawness and the realness in this movie. I love that because it's an African movie. Unapatanga African movies, you know, they can't show like making out scenes and everything. I love that like this African is adapting to being free to do this kind of things. And I loved Amara. She's a good actress. I love Nze. Like people, they just look so good, and I just love it. And I highly recommend it. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. So on the next movie is called Wakanda Forever. I think you've all heard of it. It was released in 2022 this year. It was even like it was aired in November this same year, and it is directed by Ryan Coogler. Sorry. So this guy, he's the director of this movie, and after the death of Chadwick Boseman, who's like T'Challa in like Wakanda Forever, this director gets to like show how people are grieving like the traumatic experience of losing this main actor who's the Black Panther. Like I love venye Ali make sure like this movie is dedicated solely to Chadwick Boseman, to this movie. So like unapata when the movie starts, it's the like burial of T'Challa. I love the way it has that African vibe, the burial ceremony, like how they do these things, the traditional things. I just love everything in this like starting of this movie. And if issue like kupata chills now is this the fact that every single time they get into that like Wakanda area kingdom, like that's I don't know if you know that soundtrack where like they want to get into Wakanda. I just love it. I just love everything about it. Unapata like Shuri is still like grieving her brother, but she hasn't like grieved in the right way. So unapata everyone is worried about her. She's just into like this technology kind of vibes that she can forget the death of her brother. So get to see, will she become the next Black Panther? Will she be able to like rule? Will she be able to get over and to like not getting over? Will she be able to grieve the death of her brother and everything? Will the Wakandas like feel like safe because their Black Panther isn't there anymore? So we'll get to see how they like do this. Shuri is out there like trying to make sure that she's making like new technology to help the warriors of Wakanda and everything. We'll get to see how like she's like losing a brother is not a good thing. So we'll get to see how she processes everything. Like there's that raw emotion like on and off screen, because they've actually lost this Chadwick Boseman, but in also the movie they've lost their king, who is Black Panther. So the mother is now the queen mother of like the kingdom and everything. We'll get to see how like she's looking for this like certain scientists. So will she like the scientists, will she be like Wakanda, will she be their ally and everything? Will this other guy called Namar be like their enemy, because there's also like an underwater kind of city or anything? We'll get to see that underwater kind of vibe. And will they become friends? Will she become Wakanda? Like there's so many questions that you ask yourself. But I loved the acting, I just loved everything in this movie. I love the technology and the fact that it's like based on like African type of vibe. I just love everything about it, and honestly I'd highly recommend it. I'd give it an 9 out of 10. I just love it because it's like Marvel Cinematic Universe. I just love everything about it. I love the jokes and everything. So on the next movie I'm going to be reviewing is called Parasite. It's a Korean movie and it was released in 2019, and the director is called Joon-ho. I hope I've said it right. With an 8 out of 10. And don't forget to like comment down below on the next movies. Maybe you have an idea I could say, or any comments about the movies, any specific character you like, just everything, just comment down below. And don't forget to share, like, subscribe to all our social media platforms at NewsunplugKE. Bye.